Pausing workout.
Ooh. Do you hear the wind chimes? And also, hello. This is literally my favorite part of the walk. Honeysuckle, wind chimes. It's gonna say resuming workout.
Resuming workout.
I'm just seeing how fast I do my walk today. I'm not like running or anything. It's I'm using my running app to do it, but I'm just walking. Anyways, so you might hear a lap for a mile ago, but and then there's a morning dove too, and it's like cool air. Yeah, this is a peak walk right here. Look at this, beautiful. Yeah, I just wanted to record this little moment of peace. Say what's on my mind. You know, shoot some ideas out into the universe. It's low key, a lot has been going on. Why is like every day feel like it's crazy? Let's see. I had definitely had like an interesting weekend, kind of a party-filled weekend. Like, just like we had 4th of July at my house, and so just, you know, I was around a lot of people the whole weekend. It was good. Oh, and then last week, oh my gosh, last week was my birthday. That's what it was. And so I was around a lot of people that week on my birthday, and then the day after we saw a movie for my birthday, kind of, not really. And then, yeah, just like it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. And I got my tattoo. Boom. And then I got another one. And yeah, it's been an eventful week. I'm honestly kind of recovering from it today and kind of reflecting on it. It's Monday, so officially the weekend's over. I feel far enough removed from last week that it's no longer, birthday celebrations, whatever. Like, I'm just the age I am, 24. Ooh, crazy. And I'm gonna switch hands really quick. This just feels more natural. Yeah, I'm 24, and it's just life is normal. I'm kind of reflecting on the weekend. Ate a lot of food last week, low key, and been reflecting on that and just like my relationship with food, because
Time 37 minutes 20 seconds. Distance 2 miles. Average pace 18:40 per mile.
Not bad pace, actually. Turn it down a little bit. But yeah, I've been thinking about my relationship with food, and I've been like very good with food this year in terms of looking at it as what fuels me, and I've really changed like my relationship with it, and like been on a calorie deficit, whatever, all this stuff to help me, on my health journey that I've been on, whatever, blah blah blah. I don't want to be talking about that the whole time, but over the weekend and last week, I was like, it's my birthday and 4th of July, and I just want to like enjoy it and not be stressing about a calorie deficit the whole time, and it's really unhealthy to do so, and I want to enjoy my life, and so kind of let myself let loose a little bit. Definitely went well over maintenance for at least 3 days, probably, easily 4 days, which I think I knew beforehand was a good idea. While doing it, felt guilty. low-key, especially on the third day, I feel like I lost track. Like on the first two, I was tracking pretty well, like what I was eating, knowing that I was, going over, but still getting enough protein. I'm gonna throw these now, but they smell like summer. Still getting enough protein, because I've got fitness goals. I actually have a bicep vein. Anyways, I was tracking for the first 2 days, and the third day kind of just fucking went off and like kept eating, and low-key definitely did not feel in control. By the end of the night, I was like, ooh, I feel kind of crappy. Just in general, the next day kind of ate some leftovers, so I just kind of was continuing to feel crappy, but alas, that kind of made me realize like how much guilt I have still with that, because even on like the day that I'm not taking care of it, I'm still like stressing over it big time and letting it like yesterday, it's the first day I kind of like was back on the deficit. I was like, shoot, like I feel like out of control again. Not fully, but it took me a full day to really like feel more in control. And feel like I'm like doing something for myself. Also, like yesterday was an awkward transition back to it, because I've been trying really hard to lift heavy and lift 4 or 5 days a week, but I hurt myself, so I haven't been able to lift as heavy. So I've just kind of like yesterday I was like, I kind of made the decision, I was like, it's smartest to give myself the day off of that, because I don't want to make it worse. Today I did decide to, why does that look so crazy? Today I did decide to wake up and go to the gym first thing, and I lifted heavy, but hopefully not too crazy. I don't think it hurts. It hurt what I injured, but we'll see. I think I'm in the clear. But yeah, today was more so like the first day that I actually felt more on track. And another thing that, okay. Yeah, anyways, I've just been reflecting on food a lot and just been like, dang, like I feel like I still have lots of guilt surrounding it, even though I definitely have it in control most of the time. And I made like an insane amount of progress. Like I'm not like better fully. Like I'm just still like lingering symptoms of whatever disordered eating I've had in the past. But I'm not being too restrictive. That's the key. I'm not like taking it out on myself now or binging either. I'm not like being like, oh, messed up all my progress, I'm gonna just keep eating like shit and so be it. No, like today I was like, well, like I'm gonna just go back to a normal deficit, get all my protein. I'm just in like a kind of moderate deficit too. Like I'm not even like doing a super crazy restrictive one. So yeah, anyways, just have been feeling weird about that. Another thing is within the last few days, mostly just yesterday and today, we've been like finalizing stuff with my premiere that I'm hosting for my film, and That's weird because I actually have to invite people, and that means people can say no, and that means people have to watch it. They have to see like an expression of who I am through my film. Throwing up. I'm literally gonna throw up. Oh my gosh. And my family's coming into town for it, and I had 2 friends say like they were interested in coming into town for it. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Someone just responded that they're going. Like, it's a whole thing. And it's just like nerve-wracking. And perception is weird, especially what I was talking about before with how I feel about this film. It being like an expression of who I used to be, not really who I am now. It's incredibly pessimistic and doesn't really have any truth in it, and it's weird just to feel like, oh, this is like, I'm like claiming it to be me, but it's also like, what if it's not me anymore? And that's a good thing that it's not me anymore. But anyways, I went down that spiral before, but it's kind of a whole nother thing now that I'm gonna have all of my closest family and friends going to it. And today, this is another thing, but I'll get back to that. And today, emailed my therapist and invited him to the premiere. He said he was interested. I was like, what the frick? And I haven't seen him in like over a year now, like 14, 15 months. And that's crazy that he just responded in like 6 hours. But yeah, just thought that was interesting. Yeah, I'm still like trying to process it. He responded to my email and I like froze, and I was like, oh, I can't read that right now. But I did eventually read it. It just doesn't feel real. I just have like a very interesting relationship with that, and I like sometimes gaslight myself saying like I never actually went to therapy and I never learned anything about myself, never fostered like that relationship, never fostered like the growth that I did. But I did. There's proof in that email, and it would be crazy as shit to me if he went to my premiere, because then like people would like see him and know he's real. Anyways, so that was a thing. Going back to the premiere and how I'm feeling about the film, I've also been thinking about just like life in general, and in it relating to filmmaking. This is kind of where the thought spiral led to, but me being like, oh, I don't have any truth in what I'm making in the film. I was like, there's none of God's truth in it, and I feel weird about that. I feel like it won't age well. It's kind of what I've been thinking. But something else I've been thinking is like, okay, but like, what am I supposed to do with my life if not this? I thought this is like what God gave me as a passion. How do I even use it? And I was reading Mark 8, I think it was Mark 8. It's at the end of the chapter in the Bible, and he was talking about how we need to lose our life to find him and put carry our cross. And it's basically just saying like, what is life if we're not living for God? And I was like reflecting on that crazy, and even reflecting on the way I have been treating my health journey, and how all of these things I feel like I idolize so hard, and I've made it such like a big pressure in my life to like, you know, in my health journey thing, it's like I will stick to everything I say I do. Like I am hard on myself, and I love it. Like it feels good to do that because I reach my goals. But like, I don't know, like it's crazy. Like if I set like a 2,000 calorie limit, and then it's like that's every day, and then also I'm gonna walk 2 hours every day, get 15,000 steps, and lift 4 times a week, and go on a run once a week. Like I'm doing all of those things, and I'm gonna make time in my schedule for that, no matter the cost. For the filmmaking thing, I was like, I'm gonna make films about how I feel because that's how I know how to make films. And they're gonna be sad because that's all I freaking know. And I'm not gonna make it about anything to do with God because that's not the kind of films that I like to make. And all of these things I like idolize and just like put so much time into. And I just like was reading Mark 8 and I was like, I literally have no reason to be doing any of this. Like, what is my life if I'm not doing it for God? And that really made me reflect. I was low-key spiraling about it. And I know, like, the health journey thing isn't, like, a bad thing. Like, it's good. Like, objectively. And, like, there's many ways that aligns with, like, everything else that is, like, talked about in the Bible. And I shouldn't be, like, ashamed of, like, treating my body like a temple and, like, trying to do the best I can to take care of it and stuff. And so I really have lost, I know that that's, like, a good thing ultimately that I'm doing. But, like, it also made me realize, like, if I'm making time for that, 3 to 4 hours a day of whether it be my walk, cooking healthy meals, or working out or whatever, or just like thinking about it. Like I feel like I'm always thinking about it. I'm always on that the app. I was like, if I have the time for that, then I have the time for other stuff. Like I can open a book and read it for 10 minutes of my day and then pray, like also a beautiful sunset, beautiful view. I don't know. And then like same thing goes with the films thing. I was like, okay, like if I'm gonna be making films, like I'm gonna do it to an extent that like I think people should be able to see God in it somewhere and not exist in a life that is void of God and void of hope. I just don't think that's right anymore, and I was reflecting on that, and it's really inspired me to make a movie that's more optimistic. But yeah, that was my spiral about that I had yesterday. Lots of things on my mind. Right now, the big thing was the therapist thing, because that was today. And to go back to the food thing earlier, I have a little mini vacation coming up here, where I'm going to drive to San Francisco and hang out with my friends who live out there and do some exploring and some hiking. And I was just like, man, I already like ate like shit for like 4 days. Beautiful. I already ate like shit for like 4 days last week, and now I'm about to do it again. And I was like, I can do both. Like I can let myself enjoy my summer have like, sorry, my arms are freaking sore. I can enjoy my summer and with like eating good food and having downtime to enjoy the peacefulness of life while also like going hard at the gym. And 90% of the time, I'm gonna be going hard at the gym and going on my walks every day and like eating well, because that's what I should be doing with 90% of my time, not 100% of my time. But anyways, I was just thinking, like, when I go to SF or just the Bay Area in general, I'm gonna feel guilty if I, don't eat good food or healthy food. Like, I'm gonna feel guilty because I did this weekend, and I'm gonna do it again like 1 week later. Like, it's like it wasn't even a large break from it. I just had like a few days, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, before I just go and like have fun again. But like, I'm supposed to have fun. This whole point of this, and I'm already better off now, and it's not going to kill all my progress, but I just need to remind myself that. And I think there's also ways, like, I can figure out ways to like still hit my protein and not go crazy with food while still like enjoying food. So I want to just have this be a test or see how it goes. But I'm also going to be spending a lot of money this upcoming week because I'm going to be getting gas and food. Luckily,
Time,
free housing,
56 minutes, 28 seconds. Distance, 3
I'm
miles.
going to be spending
Average
a lot of money, and I
pace,
spent a lot of money last week.
18.49
So,
per mile.
feeling weird about that. Not horrible, because I did get paid a pretty hefty amount recently. But, yeah, I mean, the tattoo was expensive, and then all the birthday activities were expensive, and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's lots of thoughts. Hey. As a family. But anyways, those are my thoughts today. Lots of thoughts for a Friday, or for a Monday evening. But it's been a chaotic weekend, and just trying to survive out here. So, blessings to you. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to enjoy the rest of my walk because it is a pretty nice evening right now. So, yeah, enjoy your day, enjoy your morning, enjoy your evening, whenever you're watching this. Just hope you see the beauty of life, even through like the craziest chaotic seasons of it. So, peace.